Hey guys, I've made a couple of videos here to document a trip I made at the end of April, first part of May, out to Bentonville, Arkansas with 6 other guys. You know, this video is just the first of 5 videos, but this video will just give a little bit of an overview of the trip, and the other 5 videos will actually go in and be videos of riding the trails out in Bentonville. So, let's get into it. You know, the first thing I probably ought to explain is the title. This video is titled Evan's Jump Humpers Bounce Bentonville MTB. And first, Evan. You know, Evan is the guy who really set this trip up. You know, he found the place to stay. He decided or thought through, you know, which trails we would ride day by day. And Evan did an outstanding job. And the success of the trip really is in a large measure for all of his efforts. So great job, Evan. The next part of the title, the Jump Humpers, probably is a little less obvious, but basically while we were out there, someone read an article that explained the whole concept of jump humping. And you know, I'm not going to get into that. You can certainly look it up if you want to, but you know, we had a lot of fun kidding and joking about that while we were out on the trip, as you might imagine, you know, 7 guys would do. But anyway, we felt like, you know, entitling the video somehow to acknowledge all the fun we had with that would probably be the right thing to do. So that's why it's in the title. It's not to try to offend anybody, and I apologize if I do, but anyway, that's why it's in the title. The next thing I want to go over is who was on the trip. You know, sometimes I watch these videos and I'm not sure who I'm watching or, you know, what they're doing exactly. So anyway, I want to, you know, introduce the people on the trip. First and foremost here is Evan. Like I said, you know, Evan really set this thing up, and he was really sort of the guy taking us through the paces out there. So, you know, this is a picture of him. The next person on the trip is Steve. You know, Steve provided a lot of the footage for the video. He actually was using his iPhone attached to the handlebars of his bike. The next person here is Ethan. Ethan had an Insta360 X3, and he also provided quite a bit of the footage in the following 4 videos. The next guy on the trip was Kyle. This is a picture of Kyle. Next person here is Jake. You know, this is a picture of Jake. Next person on the trip was John. This is a picture of John. And then the last picture is a picture of me. And these are all pictures of us, you know, out as we were dressed when we were riding on the trail. The other thing I'd like to explain is exactly where we stayed. This is a picture of the house that we stayed in. The accommodations were excellent. You know, the house was right by the trails. We could literally, you know, go right out of the house and right onto the trail. We were right in the slaughter pen area, and the house itself was set up with, you know, all sorts of little mountain bike supplies that helped us. This is a picture of the company that can book this house. In addition to this house, they have a number of other houses in Bentonville, and I'm not, you know, trying to plug them, and I'm certainly not getting paid or any remuneration for mentioning them, but I just thought, you know, if you're interested, this might be helpful. The next thing I want to get into are the actual trails. You know, if you think about the trails, if you think of a face, and the face sort of being like a jack-o'-lantern with 2 eyes, a nose, some teeth, and a bow tie, that's kind of a way to think of the Bentonville trails. If you fill that face in with the names, this will show you, you know, the trails. First of all, the bow tie would be the downtown area of Bentonville. Up at the very top, the 2 eyes are 2 very large trail systems We didn't ride a lot of those trails, but I assume a lot of that is sort of XC type trails. The one on the right is called the Back 40. We rode just a very little bit of that. There's no video footage, but we did ride some of that. As you come down the face, the nostril of the nose is a series of trails called Wonderland. We did ride quite a few of those trails, very nice, but there is no video footage of that. As you keep going down, the Three Teeth are three trail systems which we spent quite a bit of time riding. The third video in this series will show the Kohler trails. The middle tooth is Slaughter Pen, and that will be the second video in this series of us riding some trails in Slaughter Pen. If you go over to the easternmost tooth, if you will, that is called Hand-Cut Trails, and those trails were are documented in the fourth video of this series. And then in Slaughter Pen, there's another trail system that's very distinguished by what's called the Oz Castle, and that is also documented in the fifth of these videos. So that was the trip to Bentonville. I have to say, at first I didn't want to make the trip. It was a pretty long haul from Atlanta, but once I got there and started riding the trails and saw how it's all set up, it's an excellent trail system, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I do plan to go back. So I hope this has given you a little bit of an overview of the trails, and the videos hopefully will give you some more of the details, and I'll see you guys at the top.